Hello friends, it's Sheree. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel, Turquoise Dreaming. I'm here today to work on a Daphne's Diary journal. So I've run out again. So that's a good thing because these are freebies, freebie thank you gifts that I send along with journals that are ordered from my eBay shop. So if you order one or two or three, you get that many journals. You get that many Daphne's Diary little these little journals that I make. So, yep, they're all gone, and I need to make some more. So I'm making one today. So I haven't even started on it. Last couple, I kind of formulated the cover before the video, but this time I did not. We're going to do it right from scratch, but we're going to get it all done right now. So these are little bits and pieces I can use for decorating that are kind of like scraps from the magazine. So it's Daphne's Diary magazines, and this is one, the first one I started doing this with. I'm still using the same one, and I'm going to use every page in this journal, every little bit and piece, because they're not cheap, and so I don't want to waste anything. So let's pick out a cover. The last couple were like garden. I decided, like, because of the cover, they were kind of like garden themed. So here's another. I think I did pick this one out before as a cover because it's also very beautiful, and it would make a beautiful cover. But what I did on the last couple was double it up. So I picked out one page for the outside, and then I would turn it over and glue another one here. So this is one that I was kind of similar to the last one also, last couple of journals I made, that I glued on the inside because it's also very pretty and gardeny. So let's do that. I do like this orientation. I like both orientations where, you can make them this way or you can make them this way. But I kind of been doing the last few this way. So I think what I need to do is just, there's a little, let me see the second page here. It's, they've been, I think I cut most of these out of the magazine. And from the magazine, let's see, will this fit in here? I think it does. With my X-Acto knife. So it's a good cut, but it's a little tiny bit rough right here. And since this is going to be the edge of the cover, I would like it to be a little smoother. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut a little sliver off here. Okay, and then what I've been doing is just gluing them together with, I don't remember what I'm gluing them together with. I'm going to use some art glitter glue so they're nice and sturdy. So let's do that. I might need to spread it out though. And I don't want to, I broke my tip off here. I'm going to have to order another. Now I know why I need more than one, because I broke my tip off. I was being too rough with it or something. I don't know what I was doing. I didn't know it would break off, so now I know why I order more than one. So I will be doing that soon, but right now I'm just using the one I have, and it's working. It's still got the little plastic tip here is pretty thin, pretty small, so it doesn't let a lot of glue out, but I still need to be careful because it's more than it was before with the little metal tip on there. Now I'm going to try to spread this out a little real quick before this dries. And get this together. All right, let's do it before it dries. Let's see. Let's cut off, let's put, try to see which one I want to put. This one looks like it actually has more, like this is, I don't know, it doesn't matter. They're both pretty, right? Okay, let's see if we can get this together evenly. Yeah, so I hope everyone that's received their little Daphne's Diary journals are enjoying them. All right, there we go. Now, let me see what I want to do as far as I've been cutting them off to about 8 inches. or 8 1/4 inches is standard size. I've never left any of them totally. This is about 12 inches here, so I haven't left any of them to be 12 inches. But let's see what this looks like. So that's the cover, front and back, very pretty. That's the inside, very pretty. But I think I do need to cut some off just because, you know, I don't want to have to put 12-inch pages in here. So I think I'm going to cut off about 2 inches off the bottom. That should work out. That noise is going outside my house right now. I think my son has a motorcycle, so I think he just took off if you heard that. So he just took off. I told you he was, we were watching their animals, dogs and cats. I think that's probably about right. Let me see how tall that is. But they got home last night, so, and they're new to the motorcycle world. Okay, I think I'd like to cut off another little bit here if I can. So let me see what's on the bottom. I don't really want to cut off any more of this picture. I think I'm going to cut off about 1 inch here at the top. And let me open it up this way. It actually cuts better if I have, and this is, the glue is drying. The glue is still wet in there. I'm just going to turn it around so I can see what I'm cutting off here real quick. Yeah, we're just doing this from scratch today. Didn't even pick out the cover yet until now. Okay, so yeah, they're new to the motorcycle world and they just got their motorcycle, and so he's been away, or they've been away for a week, and now he probably missed, or they probably missed, especially my son probably missed the motorcycle. So I think he's starting it up, and you know how you're supposed to start a car up if you don't use it for, you're supposed to start it up once a week or something like that. I don't know how often, but anyway, he's starting it up. And he's taking it for a little spin down the road or around the block or something. So there we go. That is nice. It's 2 layers of magazine page. So these aren't meant to be, I mean, these are meant to be little journals, but they're also meant to be, if you want to take them apart and use the pieces individually, you can easily do that. So anyway, there we go. Pretty cover. Let's get some pages in there. So I've been putting approximately, I would say, 2 Daphne's Diary pages inside. So I'm just going to pick 2 right off the top here. These are both very pretty and interesting pages. And I'm going to also do the same thing I just did. So yeah, I've been making these start to finish in one video. This is the rough edge that I took out of the magazine, so I'm going to cut that off. And this is the rough edge here. So let's cut that. Yeah, these are both very interesting. It's hard to decide what I want to do sometimes with these. Like, do I want to make ephemera? Do I want to make it into a page in a journal? Some of them are good, would be good for ephemera, like this one here. These little pictures would be, and even that little palette would be fun. A little fun piece of ephemera to glue down onto a pocket or something. But that's what people can do that get these too. That's why I say, you know, you're welcome. That's why I started doing them. You're welcome to just treat them like a flow journal and take them apart, and you can take this out and just make some ephemera out of this. It's very cool. But it's going to be cut a little bit, but to fit in here. But I might cut them separately. And sometimes I think I've been putting some of the scraps in. I'm not sure. I don't know if I've been keeping the scraps or putting them in, but let's see if I just want to chop the bottom off of this one or not. I think I'm going to, let's chop off the top because there's a white part here, so I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about, cutting that off. So let's cut that off and see where we're at. And then the bottom part too, there's a good amount of blank space here. I think I can get away with cutting off without upsetting myself or anyone else. Okay, there we go. And so I think I'm going to leave it at that. And what I'll do is turn this up so that if somebody does want to take this out, and I won't glue it down as a pocket or anything, it'll be turned up. So if somebody wanted to take this apart, they could take it apart and still cut these little pictures out and glue them down. So I hope that makes sense. So let's see how we are in the width here. There is a good amount of blank space on the width here too, so if I have to trim that a little bit, it will be fine. Yeah, I do need to trim it a little bit, just so it fits inside of this cover nicely, without being so close to the edge or that I have to worry about protruding later. Okay, oh, that is cute like that. Okay, so that's one page. I put, what do I put? The cover plus 10, I think. Alright, so here's another cute page. Let's see how we can get this one in here. And so that's what I do, you know, with the Daphne's Diary pages, and then I add other pages to it. So it can be like a real journal if somebody, you know, like a, kind of like a, well, eclectic, or, you know, and I'll show you my junk journal pages that I will put in here. They're not really junky, but they are like pages that they are things that people would have thrown away if I didn't save it from and bring it home from work or wherever I got it, you know, from the mail or whatever. Okay, so if there's any scraps that I can add, you know, add into the pockets, I will, in which I probably will because, you know, let me see here. The scraps I just cut off. There's this is kind of cute because it has polka dots on it, this one. Let's see this one. Is there anything on here? Nothing really on here. There's a little bit of greenery right here. So I know it doesn't seem like anything, and whoever gets it can throw it away. But it would be good to trim, for a trim page, for a trim on the side of a page if you needed a little something. Or you could layer, and there's greenery on this side. So these two I will put in a pocket or, you know, tuck inside somewhere. Okay, so let's get this measured and down to size also. All right, so do I want to cut any more off of here? I could here and here. Okay, I'm going to cut another inch off of here just because it's still quite tall for the cover. I'll save that. You never know. I mean, there's a little something here that the words might be a good little something to put into a cluster or just add to a page along with something else. So, okay. All right, still a little bit too tall. Okay, I'm going to cut a little and a little bit too wide. So I need a sliver off the side, like just under 1/4 of an inch there. And let me see if I want to, I guess I'll turn this up because again, I'm having trouble with myself. I don't want to cut any more of this picture off because this would be cute. You could even fussy cut that little face out. Same here. So yeah, I don't want to cut any more off of there. I'm having trouble today. I can't do it. I can't cut it. So I'm going to turn it up again. I know it's a little sliver, but then somebody can, you know. Let's see, which way do I want to turn it? Let's turn it this way. And yeah, it looks cute like that, or someone, like I said, could take it out. Okay, 2 pages down. We need 8 more pages. So at this point, I have this much left. Well, this is not a whole page. So I have this kind of scrappy page and another scrappy page. 2 scrappy pages. So I should probably make ephemera out of that. But that would have to be a separate video because these take long enough to make just with making the little journal itself. Here's like a little tiny, you know, smaller page that was in this one. And then all of these full page. Here's some stickers. I'll put these into this journal too. I'll make a little pile over there. Oh, I've been putting like 2. That's what I've been doing. 2 or 3 in each journal. until these are used up, I'll put 3. So I'll just divide this page kind of in half. Okay, so that will be over there, and this will be the pile that's going into this journal. Those are stickers that were in this one. And then this is all I've got left, probably about 10 pages left of the journal. So still I could get a few more out of that. Okay, I want to keep my scraps on top here, so let me move these onto the top. And I've been putting a couple, these tags were, I'm going to call them tags, these little pieces here were in this magazine. So I've been putting one with words. They have words and fruit, so I've been putting one with words and one with fruit in each of the Daphne's diary. So I'll add that to the pile of things that are going in here. And so, and these are scrappy pages. Let me put those on the bottom. Okay. Now, instead of, I've been using this notepad or legal pad of, what's on here? Just a few pages are left on here. I've been using this, but I'm not going to do that right now because I want to show you what I brought home from work and the other pages I'm going to use in here. I do want to use one of these cookbook. I just said cookbook because of the cupcakes. I want to use one of these coloring book pages in here. Been using one of those. So we got one of those. I think these are fun. And if you want to color these, that would be fun. And these, I've been making pockets, I believe. Why not? And I'm leaving them open on the side because if somebody gets them, then they want to glue it down. That's fine. And these fit in here perfectly once I fold them like this. They just fit in here perfectly. So, oh, that's a perfect little starter page, isn't it? Goes right into that. That looks like it goes together. And so we'll put this one here and then this one here so far. That's 3. And then what I brought home from work this week, I brought home all this fodder from work. These are, I closed some files, and then so some of the file folders were written on, and so we can't reuse those, so I cut off the pieces that I could use. So I brought those home, but those are not going to go in here. So I brought home, there was something I had to scan into the computer that was, there was writing on this type of legal pad. It was a white legal pad, and it had all these extra pages in with it. Like it wasn't even on the legal pad, it was just a bunch of papers separate, that I had to scan into the computer. So these were already torn off the legal pad, so I could probably use them at work, but I use a legal pad with with paper that's not detached, so it's not like scattered. I have it all together. So this type of paper that's already detached, that somebody detached and then accidentally put in with whatever I needed to scan in, is really not usable, and I have thrown them away. But then I started bringing them home and I can really use those, even though it's just lined paper. I can use those in my journal, so I started bringing them home. So I'm going to put one of these in here. It's great writing paper, and you can really have a lot of fun with these as far as your if you're kind of an OCD about things have to be up and down, because these lines are going sideways. Just think about it, and think about in a fun way is you can turn a journal and write this way. I mean, wouldn't that is something different and unexpected maybe, and fun that, oh yeah, you wrote this way instead of writing that way. That's fun. Believe me, try it. You might like it if you've never tried it. So yeah, just a fun way and different, kind of unique. Get out of your OCD box, and because I have to do that with myself. Believe me, I've had to learn how to do things and teach myself not to be so OCD perfectionistic about things, and have fun with it, So that's one type of paper I brought home. Now here's another type of paper. I got it at work. I don't know. It is another type of legal pad. That's what it is. It looked like notebook paper at first, but it's another type of legal pad where, see the red line here and just this little inch. This one has like 2 inches here. And certain people like this type and certain people like this type. So that's why I think we have 2 different types at work. But I'm going to put this one in here too. See, the next one is, oh, this is paper I got from work, lightweight cardstock that I've coffee dyed here. So I'm probably not going to put that in here. So let's put this other legal type paper in here again and fold it. I'm just folding in the side, so these can be glued down as possible tuck spots or cut off or whatever somebody wants to do. Just leave it as a fold out, you know, and you can write underneath it or whatever. Decorate it if you're going to keep this as a journal. And then, okay, wait, I took a page out. Put this back in here. Okay, I think I probably have about 5 pages in there now. Here's an envelope I brought home from work. Home. And what I tended to do is, it has a little stamp on it. Let me cover up the address. It has a stamp and a postmark. But I love the craft color. And what I did right at work, when I got it in the mail, I cut off the edges so it opens up, so it can be a page. See that? But I need to cover up the address. So I'm just going to take it over here to the side and look at my scraps here for a second. See what I have. My little Daphne's Diary scrap pile. Oh, this is glued. Oh, this is cut off of the cover I just cut off. Oh, that could be interesting. That could be interesting. Let's see what else I have. I don't want to put certain things in there that are saved for pockets. Let me just look through my scraps. I'll bring them over here so you can see what I'm looking at. So I've got that one I just cut off. Oh, I have this. This might go. You know what? This might. What if I. That completely covers up the address. No, let me see. Yeah, pretty much completely covers up the address. I cut this out of the magazine, out of the Daphne's Diary magazine. These words, bouquet of chrysanthemums. So let's do that. We're going to glue that over that envelope, and we'll put that in as a page. Hold on, let me get my glue here. And we'll see what else I brought home from work this week. Yeah, I have a little tote bag that I take to work with whatever, you know, my extra stuff. Like if I think I might be I usually take my little crafty stuff every day, just in case I want to craft at work, at lunch. And then if I don't end up doing it, it's, you know, no big deal, but I do like to have it there in case. That glue will dry. This is art glitter glue, so it will dry clear. That extra glue I've got smeared around there. And I'm putting this right to the edge so it covers up the address right to the end of it right there. Trying to get it straight. Okay, let me get the glue off my fingers. Okay, that is cute, isn't it? And you've got the original pretty stamp there. It's a little Christmas stamp, actually. That's a Christmas Forever stamp. It's got like a little snow globe or something there, it looks like. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, cute. Okay, so let me see how wide it, oh, it's just perfect. So let's put this in here somewhere. Let's put it right here. Put a little bit more room in between the other piece of white kind of lined paper here, so we don't have like white lined paper too close to each other, you know, that might get a little boring. So here's some more white lined paper that I brought home, so we're not going to put any more of that in there. Oh, I brought this home. Look, this is going to, when I brought this home, I was like, I hope I have something this will go into. Like, I didn't even think about my Daphne's Diary, but look how it matches this cover. This was in something that I had to take apart at work when I was closing the file. It was used as a divider page in something. So I was like, okay, colored paper. I can do something with that. I just had no idea because it's kind of I love the color myself, but I was like, well, you know, I can at least put it in a little golden book because, you know, it's a bright color and it's not going to go in every journal, but, you know, the brighter colors will go in a little golden book journal, usually, there, so, or a children's book, you know, when you're using a children's book, they have the color, so it's easier to put, you know, use up. If you have brighter color things to use up, you can put them inside of a children's book journal type thing. So, yes, I think I'm going to love this in this journal. Nice, pretty color. Let's put this one, right here, because I think it would be perfect here. And nice color there. Okay, and I think we need to count our pages, see how many more we need. So yeah, I had got 2 of those. So we used 1 in here. Let's count our pages real quick. I think we need a couple more, but I'm not sure. So we got the cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need 3 more. I'm going to say we need 3 more. So I also brought home some brown paper packaging with something we got. So I'm just going to, this is a smaller one that will fit in here perfectly. So let's cut this down to fit in here because it's kind of all crooked and things. I just kind of, I think I cut off some rough edges, but you know, I was at work and I just can't be like paper crafting at work. Like they know what I do, so they're gonna be like, oh, Sheree's crafting right on her lunch, on her you know, not on her lunch hour. She's getting paid for paper crafting right now. So yeah, I don't want to do that. So I just cut like there's some torn. You know how they deliver it? It's kind of usually they just rip it off randomly off of a roll or something, and it's kind of all kind of rough and you know not. You know, needs to be straightened out a little bit. So I just cut that off so I could not bring that home. Okay, so I need to, again, let's just cut this evenly here. And then see how we want to do this side here. I would like this to be a little straighter. I mean, it doesn't have to be. I could put it in here just like this as long as the length is straight, but I'm going to go ahead and cut a straight line here. There we go. We got it all evened out now. Because we have a paper cutter at work, I could go and, you know, cut, but I thought I'm doing enough. I'm cutting off the edges. I think it's as far as I better go, you know, not actually just spend too much time making this perfect for a journal, because then I'll be accused of paper crafting on my work time. Not that they would even care, but I guess I care, you know. Don't want to take advantage of things. So I think another different color page would be, I'm trying to figure out, I want to keep the length here, but I also want to keep the width. So what do I do? I mean, I could keep both. Let me see how it looks. I don't know if I'll like that. Let's fold this in. And fold this in. Keep hearing motors outside. I don't know if you can hear that. And I don't know if it's my son. It's gone now, I think. It's like just this constant motor in my ear, like, you know, kind of get used to it after a minute and it disappears, but then it's just like kind of like a kitten purr or a cat purring behind you or in your ear. And it doesn't stop until it stops. And that's what just happened. Like I got so used to it and then it stopped and I was like, oh, just realized there was a motor going, but you guys probably can't hear it. Anyway, let's see. Okay, I think I am going to leave it like that. And then somebody could cut, like you could cut this off or cut this off, whatever somebody wants to do, or leave it like that, glue it down. You know, I mean, it looks good like that, even. Or if you were to put glue under there and there, I'm not going to do it, but it kind of blends in to itself. I actually like that, and it would be kind of a strengthener for the page. Because, you know, this is paper packaging. It's a little, you know, it's not super thick paper or anything. So another layer on the edges here would just give it strength. So, yeah. Well, I didn't cut that off. Okay. Let's see what's sticking out here. This white paper right here. I'm going to have to move that in a little bit. It's just sticking out a little bit too much. I don't like anything sticking out. So it's not supposed to be sticking out. Okay, there we go. That's better. Let's see the back. Okay, so I think we added 1 page since we needed 3 pages, didn't we? I'll do 1 more page and then I'll count again and see if I need 1 more page, or do we have enough? Okay, so another thing, I didn't bring this home this week, but this is in my junky junk journal basket, this calendar I'm trying to use up. So I'm going to cut one of these down for the middle of the journal. And I like to put these in the middle because then you open it up and see that pretty paper. And this calendar happened to have a word in the middle. This one is the word believe. So I am going to cut this down to fit in the middle. So let's just, there's plenty of room to be able to do that. I can put the scraps in here, I guess. And like I said, if somebody, whoever ends up with this, if they don't want the scraps, they can always throw them away. No, you don't have to use them. You can throw them away. It's okay. I won't be mad. But these are pretty scraps, so they might be useful. Okay, I don't know if that was quite enough, but I'm going to put that in this pile of the stuff that's going in here. And then I'm going to cut like an inch off. Let's see, how much do I actually need? About an inch off the top and the bottom here. So it's kind of even. Over, you know, above and below the word believe here. Okay, I think, again, pretty scraps, so I'll put those in a pocket. Alright, so I think that should be good, and it will be this way. And then we're going to count. And I gotta get moving. I am working today, Saturday, but you know, I've mentioned I have a side job where I don't work every weekend, but some weekends I go and help my friend get caught up with her office work. And usually it's on Sunday, but we're having family day on Sunday this week, so I told her I could work Saturday instead of Sunday. And she said, yeah, okay, let's do it. Okay. Trying to make sure something, yeah, it's sticking out a little bit. I just need a sliver off here. Yeah, so I gotta go get ready to go to work after this video. But I do enjoy seeing my friend, and we work, you know, get to work together and spend a little time together. We've been friends for a long time, and she likes getting caught up with her work, so a little bit that I can help her with on a weekend for a few hours. And so yeah, and I enjoy working with her and seeing her. And I'm just the type of person that likes to have lots of jobs. I'm crazy like that. Okay, let's count these pages. Okay, cover, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, one more page. I thought so, right? I thought we needed another page. Okay, let's see what we can find in my... Well, there's a little page here. This is pretty cute. It's just a smaller page. Maybe that's what I saved it for. This would be perfect, actually, for just a smaller page in here. Something a little different. I just want to see. Let me cut. I can see that it's going to need a little bit cut off, or oh, just barely a tiny bit. So I'm thinking, see this white space here, and then I wouldn't be cutting off any of this picture. And really, just this is just tree over here. So all I need is about 1/2 inch or so. So I'm going to cut that off. There we go. We used up kind of a scrappy page. So that is, and that's another Daphne. This one is from Daphne's diary. So let's put that in. So we got our pretty middle with the calendar. That's Daphne's diary. Let's put this one right here. No, that's a short page. I don't want a short page right next to another short page. What am I thinking? Let's put it right here. And we'll have some green here next to the green tree in that picture. All right, we've got our 10 papers. Now we need to sew it together. Let me grab my stuff. Got it right here behind me. My needle and my paper clips are right there. And, oh, string. What kind of string? So I don't have to get up. Let's use some twine. Trying to see if I have any that's not. Yeah, this one's open. I've got a couple of these from different things. They're the same thing. Little twine. Let's use some twine. I haven't used twine on these, so this will be fun. I bet I'm going to need my needle threader though. This might be hard to get through my needle. So 1, 2, 3, and sharp scissors. I don't know where you are, so I use these. See, I had to do 2 chops. These aren't the sharp. Where are my sharp scissors? They're here somewhere, I'm sure. They're not in my little jar though. Okay, what do I need? A needle threader. I got it right here behind me also. So we got all our pages in where we want them. As we went along, we put them. I don't think I need that. Move that out of the way. And let me get my paper clips here. And my needle out of my little package. I have to keep it in there so it doesn't get lost. I have to keep it in that little package that it came in, actually. Okay. So I hope everybody had a good week. I've just been jabbering away, loving. I hope everyone had a good week. I had a good week. Ended it off with a busy Friday. I just shot my paper clip across the table. And I don't see where it went. It went under something. So, can you believe that? I just shot it somewhere. Okay, maybe we'll just do with one paper clip then, unless I find it. All right, so I need I can't believe I just did that. Like, where did it go? I hit it with my finger and it went somewhere amongst my papers here. And I don't have that much here, so. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that. Like, it just disappeared. Okay, whatever. It's together with this one paper clip. I'll find it later. That is so weird how that could even happen. Okay, we're going to just eyeball this. Three pamphlet stitch. One hole. Oh, I found it. There's the motor. There's the engine again. Did you hear it? I'm looking at my window to see what it is. Because there's some kids down the street that like to ride their four-wheelers up and down the street for long periods of time. And for some reason, they turn around in front of my house. And so, I don't know what is happening, but it gets a little annoying, but I'm trying not to. I haven't said anything to anyone, and I know you guys can't hear it anyway, so I'm just trying to ignore it because it doesn't last all day, and I'm going to be gone to work anyway, so. Alright, so this is quite thick trying to get this through here. I might have to actually get something else. I don't know, I thought I had used twine before, that's why. You know what, I have a needle that has a bigger eye in it. Maybe that's what it is. This has a pretty good eye in it, but let me see if I have one. I wouldn't mind using the twine. I mean, I can get another. Let's see. So the rest of my needles in here, I think I have pretty much all of them. I'm messing up my. There's one here. Let me grab this one. See, look at the eye. This one. This might. Yeah, I could use this one. Let me see if this one works. There's another one down in there, and there's a bunch in here. So let's see if this one works. Try to use my needle threader. because I think this would be really pretty on here, so I would really like to use it. Oh, it worked. Okay, that needle is just a little bit wider. The eye is just a little bit wider. Wow, it's actually quite a bit wider, isn't it? It's like twice as big, that eye. I don't know if you can see that right here. Anyway, yeah, okay. I have to remember that. I have this one in there. I knew I did, or I thought I did. Okay, so let's get this going and see how this works out. Going through here now. Okay, I think I can leave a pretty good tail. And I can see my hole here. Move that out of the way. It's it's thicker than like wax cord or baker's twine, so it takes a little bit to make sure that's tight over here. Yeah, nice and tight. Okay. And then we're going to go back through here. Make sure I can still, I want to make sure I didn't go through this thread so that I wouldn't be able to pull it tight later, and I did not, so I'm good to go. See my tail right there, pull this tight again. Okay, now we're on the outside, going in here. Yep, so I'm making this one, and I'm sure I'll be back to make another one. So I hope I'm back to make another one soon. That means I sold a journal. I need to make it probably more than, one, but as you can see, they take a little time. But I just am glad to be using these magazines. And look how far this one went. What is this? Like my 10th journal out of this one magazine. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, so yeah, let's tie this off. Make sure everything's tight. Just want to make sure this top part is tight, bottom part is tight. Okay, I'm going to hold on to this. It's just a little bit different than the other threads that I usually use, so I want to make sure it stays tight here. Pull it off. Okay, let me see. I'm going to hold this for a second before I tie it. Yeah, this all looks good. Okay. And we've made another Daphne's Diary Journal. I think I'm going to do a double knot. It may not need it, but just for security purposes. And I will cut this off. Oh, here's another pair of sharp scissors that I can cut this off. Let's see. I'm going to cut it pretty long so that it hangs outside the journal. And then just so this doesn't come undone or anything. I think that jute twine can come unraveled, so tie a little knot in the ends here. But that can be easily untied if somebody wanted to put something on there, like a little charm or something. It's just one knot that you can get out, I would say, pretty easily. A little pick at it with your little, if you have a little awl or something pointy like this, you can just kind of pick at it and get it loose. I've done it, so that's how I know. Okay, so let's do a little flip through and see what we made here. I would like to have that up there. Okay. All right, that looks nice with the twine there on the spine. I like that. It's pretty. I like that contrast between, like, almost kind of like, I always compare it to like a denim and lace kind of look. The rustic with something really pretty. So you could add to this, like if somebody wanted to keep this as a journal, of course you could add something here. You could add some lace or trims or whatever. Very pretty back too with this tree, flowering tree here. I'm not sure what kind of tree that is, but maybe you recognize it. It's really beautiful. So let's go inside and flip through real quick. This is how it turned out. Nice little journal. We'll tuck in our things too before we go. Let's just tuck them in as we go along here. Here's all the little pieces. There's a little bit of a tuck here. So we'll tuck in all these little scraps right here. That could be trimmed or whatever. You can glue them together and make little, or sew them together and make little strips for your edges. Okay, there's some more here. Wait. Let's get all the little strips right here. There we go. There's all the little strips we cut off. And let's keep moving here, the green paper. Oh, here's another pocket. So let's, I don't think we'll fill all the pockets, but there's another tag there. The tags I've been putting in here. Put one there. There's that shorter page that I had that we put in last. The paper from work that I salvaged. The coloring book. Another pocket here. Let's put the stickers in here. I'm going to cut this sticker so that I can fit it in here better. There we go. Stickers. Here's the envelope. I'm so glad I saved that. I didn't, you know, like when you save something like this, you don't know where you're going to end up using it, but look how it came together. You know, because kind of sometimes you're like, do I really want to bring this home? Should I just throw it away? You know, and so, yeah, it's nice that when you actually use it and you're like, okay, that worked out. I did use it, type of thing. Okay, this is the packaging that came in a box this week that we got at work. Daphne's diary page, the calendar, the center with our pretty twine, jute twine, and in the back half, I got one more tag to put in here. And you know what all this is since it's the back half. So this is wide open for decorating. Let's put the other tag here. And oh, here's another scrap. I'll put that in there. Yeah. Get all these little scraps in here. I think that's it. I have more scraps here, but I should have put them in the other journals. So I won't put, I think this one has enough scraps. So I'll put more in the next one. But yeah, I have quite a few little bits and pieces here. So yeah, let me put one. Let me divide them. Let me show you what I have here. So I have the stickers for the next journal. I have, this was a little page that I can use as a page. Okay, I forgot about this. I can use that as a page in the next one. And then I have a bunch of these little, these little tags. This one I kept together. Yeah, I kept some of these together and didn't cut them apart so that they're double, like that. So I have a bunch of those still. Might have to continue those on with the next magazine if I don't use them all up, because I'm putting 2 in each one. This is just a little piece of paper I have out here. This is not from Daphne's diary. I just had it out here, I guess, and I didn't use it, and I just left it with this. Or maybe I used some of those. This is a piece from a page that I cut from a page and kept. Okay, and then here's all the little, like, just cut off pieces. I'll put this one in here too, because it was from that from the cover. It's a double piece that we glued together. I'll put that one in here too. And then I have these to use up. Maybe these will go in the next journal so I can use all those little pieces up. But I don't want to over scrap you. Whoever gets this one, I don't want to overwhelm you with my scraps. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one, start to finish. And stay tuned for my next video. I'll see you then. Have a great day.